I'm the Water Lily Sheriff.
We're Kingdom Water Gardens. And we're at Grassroots Garden Center.
Let's check it out. Where are we going?
We're going to Grassroots Yard Supply.
What have you done there?
Grassroots, we have partnered with them to make display features. We've got a pond, pondless. We've got a new small feature area that we're developing. Our relationship with them is fantastic. They've been great, and yeah, I'm excited to show you guys. It's really cool.
See, this never gets old. Look at how beautiful this is. It's nestled in these pine trees in here. Wow, it keeps going. See, that's one of the things. I don't see where it starts and I don't see where it ends.
Yep.
But that draws you in. So that path that is over there, 100% of the people are gonna walk up there to want to see where this water starts, and also walk down there because it draws your attention. And you've done that with the landscaping, you've done it with the boulders, you've done that with the overall design of this, the feel of this. I love that big log. So Ethan Hammond, Kingdom Water Gardens. This is a project that 4 years ago you developed a relationship with this nursery.
Yeah.
And so what was here before?
They were kind of worked from the building this way, so they started with the plant area, and this was just bare, just pine trees that they weren't using it. They tucked some Japanese maples under it because it had some shade, and Ryan had the vision. He was like, I want kind of this like ancient themed garden in the area. And so he was like,
owner, Ryan?
Yep.
Okay.
And so he was basically like, I want water running through it. So figure out, design something, and then we'll do everything else around it. And so once we did this, then we ended up doing the pathway. We worked with Dave here to do the landscaping and everything, and turned out amazing.
Now this is a little show place for them and their plants.
Yep.
Okay, we have to walk up here. I have to see what is up here. Is this a wetland filter up here?
No, it's all a pondless, so we just have a custom spillway up here.
Big natural bridge, stone, the sound of water. You got the New Guinea impatiens, right? They're gonna start taking off, the impatiens in there. Obviously the creeping Jenny, and then it keeps going and goes all the way down. I love that log. I mean, that log is spectacular. So one of the things from a design standpoint is, instead of all being stone, you have a wood element so that you don't really have the same uniformity of a look. Different size rock, plants interspersed between them to help soften up the borders, whether they're horsetail rush, whether they're lizard tail, whether we have ferns, irises over here on a little wetland area, right? Little bog area. And then keep going down this way.
So we designed this area here so that they could basically host small events, garden tours, things like that, kind of on site.
Oh, it keeps going. It goes, you say, a land bridge.
Yep, land bridge.
Okay.
This was a must for me. When we did this one, I'd always wanted to do a land bridge. So when I knew the length of it, I was like, all right, we're going to put a land bridge. So this was big enough and strong enough for them to drive their golf carts over, so they can still maintain everything.
An ABS pipe and burlap over the liner?
Yep.
Okay. And then it goes all the way down and ends?
Yep. And this area was designed to cut out all the other noise of the place. So you can't hear the road down here. You can't hear any of the golf carts and machines running. And the hope is eventually that the area will grow and it'll be a nice shady spot, and it'll just kind of fill in and create this almost little room down here.
Yes. And once again, it's just springtime. The plants are starting. But when these impatiens grow, they're going to be gigantic. Well, why don't you give us a little tour of what you actually built here?
Okay. All right, so here we have our signature project here at Grassroots Yard Supply. This is a 150-foot pondless waterfall. We designed this area as kind of like an ancient-looking area. We wanted a stream that really kind of looked like it had cut through the earth over thousands of years. So that's why we went with like big boulders, and we put the water way down low so we get that real carved out look. We also wanted it to move We wanted a lot of landscaping around it to kind of hide the next falls, the next area, so it really drew you into the area. Up here at the top we have a custom spillway, so we used small aqua blocks and liner and underlayment and bulkheaded into the side of them. That way we have a slow welling up area, makes it look like a natural spring, kind of starts this thing out. We have heavy landscaping, which is just going to continue to get bigger to make it look like that stream just continues on. We've got an awesome stone bridge. We want to always incorporate stuff like driftwood, different size gravel, stones, plant life, and yeah, this one is one of my favorite features that we've ever done here at Kingdom Water Gardens. This one here, if you consider all the landscaping and the pathways, is probably a $200,000 project. This is very custom, but it's pretty amazing. We have 75 aqua blocks in our basin at the bottom, and we did something unique. It's not something we do on every project. It was just because of Ryan's vision here at Grassroots. We actually built a patio on top of the basin. We wanted kind of a little sitting area. This area is considered the meditation room here at Grassroots. You can see it's blocked in on 3 of this 4 sides, and then plant life is here. And we're actually standing on top of the basin right now. We have an awesome land bridge over here, which is one of my favorite ways to do a bridge if we've got a long enough a stream. The fact that it disappears and comes back over here. But I just love these deep pools, the twisting and turning of this feature. You can see it disappears, our land bridge pops back over here, and this place is just incredible. If we were doing just the water feature and none of the landscaping, it'd be about $130,000 for us to do this water feature. We've got 2 pumps on it running 2 3-inch lines, and we're pumping right at about 15,000 gallons per hour over these falls. Really cool. Again, one of my all-time favorites here. Every time we build one I say that, but yeah, I love the way this thing turned out.
What's up, dude? Good to see you, man.
Good to see you too.
What's up, guys? Hey, aren't you on YouTube? What's up, Greg?
Ryan, very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you
Beautiful
too,
place.
buddy.
Were you born into this business?
Kinda.
Okay.
So, yeah, I've been gardening my whole life and wanted to try to incorporate plants into, you know, one of the businesses. So I said, hey, I'll just start a garden center.
Okay, so you started it.
Yeah.
You're such a young guy. I thought maybe it was your grandpa or something.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we're 5 years old. Yeah.
That's it?
That's it.
And 4 years you've had this?
That's right.
Okay.
Yep.
Wow.
This fella
so
here.
you started a garden center in the middle of COVID?
I did.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
Yeah. It was.
Okay.
You know, I had a little bitty garden center and it was not doing well. And then COVID hit, and then everybody was like, hey, let's get out in the yard and do stuff.
Yes.
So I said, hey, what better time to start a business than right smack dab in the middle of COVID? And it's
And how did the two of you guys meet?
So it was, I live close,
Yep.
so I was driving by and could tell as the garden center was kind of coming together. I'm like, I think they're selling boulders and plants and stuff, so I'm like, well, that would be great. It's close to my house. So I pull in. I didn't know whether they were open or whatnot, and nobody was even here other than you.
We were just building the place.
Yeah, I was gonna say you were working on like irrigation in the back. I'm like walking around looking for somebody, and finally I bump into you, and I was just like, hey, this is what I've been looking for a long time. Are you interested? And it went from there.
I said, heck yeah. And Ethan put in the first koi pond, and then he's like, hey, let's build this waterfall. Let's build this stream.
So you have another pond here?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to see it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you happy with how this turned out?
Oh my goodness. How could you not be?
So you put a little vents on back here and stuff, and
Yeah,
customers
so
come and just
garden
relax?
centers will come, and the beauty of it, Greg, is that folks can come and see this stuff in real world, you know, touch it, see it, hear it, you know, and that's really what has added such value to our nursery. Folks can envision these aquascapes in their yard, you know, in a working setting.
And you shoot for YouTube as well?
I do, yeah.
Grassroots?
That's it, Grassroots Gardening, yep.
We'll put a link to that right there.
Appreciate it.
Let's check it out.
All right.
Oh, wow, right here.
Yeah, so I've got a manager in charge of each company, and I just told those guys.
Oh, look at the size of those pitcher plants.
Beautiful.
Oh my gosh, look at this. That's in a little peat bog right next to the, you planted that?
That's it.
That is gorgeous, and they're already starting to flower out here.
They're actually finishing up.
Wow, look at this. We haven't even got ours out of the thing in Utah yet.
Really?
And you got your water lily.
Got our
There
water
you go.
lily.
Is that a Colorado? Okay, so here's what I want to show. So most times that I see ponds, I see the water lilies in the same container that they come from the grower at. This is in an Aquascape fabric pot. It's a large fabric pot. I think it's the 16-inch. And look at the size of that. That is a healthy plant. It's a blooming plant, and it's because it's in a large fabric pot. And I'm guessing you fertilize this? Yep. Fertilized, and it looks absolutely beautiful. I think that's a Colorado water lily right there, and it's going to get huge. In fact, you're going to have to move it out slowly, and the handles on those fabric pots allow you to do this. Water lily sheriff approved, my man. Good work. I love it. So which came first, this pond and then that, or what?
This pond and then that.
Yeah. Okay. Here's something I love about it. Look at how full this looks.
Yeah.
So if you look back here, it's not just, you just don't have stacked rocks. You have a big Japanese maple in here. What kind of fern is it? Some sort of a fern planted right in the water, huh?
Yeah.
Gorgeous. You got the blooming canna that's up there. You got, once again, the New Guinea impatiens. That sheet falls that you have. So it's not just the actual waterfall area.
No.
The plants will make it or break it, from the aquatic plants to the terrestrial plants. And this whole canopy in here is first rate.
Yeah.
Just terrific. So what would it cost if somebody was looking at this design, which is just like an 18-foot by 11-foot pond? What is this?
Yeah, it's 12 by 18.
12 by 18 with maybe an 8-foot stream on it.
Yep.
So if you were to come into somebody's property and you were going to say, okay, we're going to put in a 12-foot by 18-foot pond with an 8-foot waterfall and stream, a mechanical filter, a biological filter, the rock with the pump, the plumbing, the liner, the whole kit and caboodle, the landscaping, what would they be looking at for an investment of something like this?
Yeah. With landscaping, you'd probably be right at about $40,000.
$40,000. It's not inexpensive, but look at the difference it makes. Look at the impact that it makes. This, as beautiful with all these plants are, this is life. And this shows all the consumers what they can do. And it's a palette to work with as an artist when you have a project like this.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic work, my man. Love it. And of course, the fish.
Yep. The amount of times we get people just walking through the nursery that are just drawn to this area.
And the logs that you put in, and then I think those are already spent. Those were irises back there, right? You know, and you got the little dwarf cattails, and you got the stacked slate urn in here. It functions. Here's how it functions. This is just the intake bay, the skimmer. Gets it caught into a little basket. You just pull the basket out, and that catches all your debris for you. So super low maintenance when it's done right. So you could build this pond for half of it. It just would look 30% as nice.
Yep. This is an 11 by 18 koi pond with about a 8 to 10 foot stream. This thing has been in for probably 5 years now. You can see the water is crystal clear. We have a regular Signature Series 1000 skimmer. We've got a 7000 SLD pump on here. We've got a biofalls up top here. It's a 2500 biofalls filtering it, and it looks incredible. Fish are loving it. We've got an Aquascape fake log fish cave, and we have a small slate stacked urn that is adding some extra aeration and decorative to the pond. This pond is a beautiful showcase of what a properly landscaped and aquatic planted pond should look like. We've got the dwarf cattails, we've got beautiful weeping Japanese maples mixing right with the water irises, gorgeous ferns, we've got cannas, we've got a blooming water lily, and this thing is just incredible. We've got a very simple falls here, nothing crazy, not a lot of drops, but makes a huge impact. It looks so natural. We've got a couple different natural fish caves that kind of work in behind these boulders. This thing by itself would run for about $35,000, and with landscaping and stuff runs for about $40,000. But this thing is just a piece of art. You see these beautiful carnivorous plants, these pitcher plants, all the age on the boulders looks incredible. Everyone at this nursery stops and takes a look at this thing. This thing is stunning.
So Ethan, you actually tucked in a little, because this was a drainage area?
Yeah.
So
this was actually Ryan.
Yeah.
Ryan, after working with us a little bit, he was like, got it. And we got him some aqua blocks and some liner.
The liner, and so this is where you do your aquatic plants. So people walk in.
I would take responsibility for all the liner, showing, and the.
Yeah, but you know what's very pragmatic.
It works.
It worked.
These barrels came out of the trash.
Cut the barrels. And you have
so
it.
they came in the landfill, so we cut them.
Okay, and so just so you know, these are what the pitcher plants look like when you get them from the nursery, and look at what they look like when you plant them in a peat area alongside the pond. Pretty amazing. This is a really nice aquatic plant display.
It works, you know, just trying to take advantage of the space.
In recycled barrels.
Yeah.
And then here's your water lilies down here.
Yep.
Oh, look at this. It keeps going.
Yep.
Holy.
This was born out of necessity. When they first built the place, the whole drainage off of the top here just washed through and just made this terrible gully, basically.
Okay.
And he was looking for a spot to do lilies, and so he was like, I'm gonna build a frame, and he said, you drop a liner in and that'll be for our lilies. And then I was like,
this is your
well,
lily
we're
trough
gonna
that
do
you
it.
sell out of. So let's go look at the lilies here. Here's how the lilies come from the grower, and this is how most people keep them in these little 1 gallon growing pots. And you can see it's already root bound right now. So the first year will do okay in your pond, the second year will be anemic, and by the third year, the third season, this plant will almost be dead. Every single season you should transplant and refertilize your lilies and add soil, because the soil will disappear. So it comes like this from the garden center. Don't leave them like this in your pond. Here's how I actually make money as the pond guy, Aquascape owner, is with Aquascape products. So if you don't have an auto doser in your pond, you should, because every water feature will benefit from this. So all the different water treatment options, your fish foods. Yeah, this is a little Aquascape corner at their garden center. Very nice garden center.
This is another area the kids love.
Oh, wow.
Welcome to Costa Rica in Graniteville. So we,
Wow.
this is where a lot of our more rare houseplants, we
Yes.
keep them out here, as well as the birds. We've got banana trees planted in the ground. Now, Greg, hopefully you'll appreciate this. Jackson, my son, and I built this.
Out of
I
concrete.
had it, no, out of
Foam?
PVC and foam.
Yeah, yeah.
Just the old foam, and it was working, but then it kind of started leaking, so I said I'm just going to turn it into a dry
Yeah.
feature. Yeah, a lot of rare house plants, tropical stuff in here.
This is really
And,
cool. And African gray parrots, what does it say?
African gray, hopefully no cuss words while we're
Yes,
on YouTube.
yeah. Hello.
She's got a bunch of vocabulary.
You have a very nice greenhouse to live in.
Don't they?
And the right heat and humidity
Yeah,
for it too.
yeah, they
This
love
is not a living room.
it. And then we've got the Amazon parrot.
So did you have these kind of birds before?
So I used to work for a nursery, and that guy had a lot of birds and plant people, the two just go hand in hand. So he got me started on birds. This is Birtle. He was actually my very first bird.
How long have you had that?
About 11 years now.
Yeah, they live a long time,
And
right?
he talks when he wants to.
Birtle does. What kind of bird is
He
Birtle?
is a double yellow-headed Amazon.
Beautiful, just absolutely gorgeous, those colors.
Are you gonna whistle? You gonna talk? Of course not. Anytime he's on film, won't say nothing.
Isn't that
we
fun?
leave, he will talk your head off. And we just got a bunch of little birds in here, parakeets and finches and
oh wow, yeah.
cockatiels. Greg, something really neat. Last year, this banana tree had an actual cluster of bananas hanging. We ate them.
Look how big that is.
Yeah,
And that's
so-
growing right, you got that
Right-
go
right in the
soil.
ground, yep.
This is really cool. You are into the plants.
Oh yeah, I'm a huge plant nerd.
Yeah. What a fun tour. Thank you, Ryan.
Absolutely,
And thank
dude.
you for the gift.
Absolutely, pleasure to have you, man.
Thank you for the Sprite. I haven't had a Sprite in a long time. Really Sheriff approved, my man.
We appreciate you
Ethan,
visiting, dude.
good
Here we
job. I do say I love my job because I do love my job. Being a goofball, being the water lily sheriff, coming out and seeing plants like that's the biggest pitcher plant I have ever seen in my life. Supporting young businessmen like Ethan. I mean, I knew that kid when he was in high school. He was a senior in high school, 18 years old, working with his dad, doing pool maintenance, and said, I wanted to do something different. And his dad found Aquascape, and it's been nothing but success for that young man ever since. This is why I do this. I want to inspire more people to live the Aquascape lifestyle, but in particular, I want to inspire more people to get into this fantastic industry. If you're interested in getting into this industry, I'm going to put links below so that you can find about Aquascape trainings, whether it's the Aquascape Academy in person in Chicago, whether it's Aquascape University online, whether it's the Aquascape University that we have for classes for homeowners that want to get better. We have so much training materials to inspire people to live the Aquascape lifestyle and inspire people to have careers in this industry. I love my job.